Created such a big event in Lithuania, and as we joked already with my colleague there on the booth, Lithuania is becoming a GPS world mecca. So all the hardware partners and software companies are establishing their offices here, and it's good for our country's economy, so thanks for that. So while coming here, I was thinking, what's the purpose? Why I should go on the stage and speak? And I saw there on the corridor head coach of basketball, Spanish basketball team, Sergio Scariolo. And I thought, yeah, I'm a competitive person. So the purpose why I'm here, because I want to see Teltonika Mobility name in the next year's Wialon top 10. So that's my purpose. What's the purpose for our partners, to hear me out? I want to highlight the differences between Teltonika Mobility and Teltonika Telematics. We are like grown-ups, we're leaving our mother Teltonika already, and 2.5 years ago we established a new company, which had, by the time, 17 employees. So in 2 years, the company grew up to 148 employees that we got today, and we separated the business niche that lacked attention while it was under one roof. And we decided to put even more efforts while creating new business verticals and investing our R&D experience, while providing new values, to our partners. So we got under our roof today personal trackers, asset trackers, and electric mobility. And while speaking to Anna from Wialon, she asked me, bring us some use cases that our partners could easily replicate in different countries using Wialon tools. So, why Teltonika Mobility? All the devices that Teltonika Telematics creates were connected with the wires. And our difference, mostly of our products, like personal trackers, were ran on the battery. So to create such solutions, we need to create a low-power platform. So we decided that we need to change the core of the hardware completely and to build the hardware from the scratch using low-power components. So speaking about personal trackers niche, we got multiple projects that are made with our devices. We got worker badge for lone worker protection. We got mini tracker, which is used in multiple use cases as well, that we could explain to you over the Teams calls, as we usually did over these years of COVID. But today I wanted to explain one simple use case that was done a few years ago in Czech Republic. Guys there still brings pensions with real money. It's not like transfer to your credit card. And those post officers got hijacked, and we need some security. So we provided them, a personal tracker which has, an SOS button, and in case you got hurt, you can press the button, call the ambulance or call the help because it got the microphone and loudspeaker. And even though if you got hit hard and you're not moving, you're unconscious, so the device could be programmed to have no movement alert and lose of vertical position, which could automatically start calling your numbers of preference. And this use case, it not only brings the value to the personnel, but it brings value also to the post company, which creates a reliability for their employees, that they think that employer takes care of us. If such a problem exists, it's possible to solve it. So, speaking about asset trackers, I like this product well. We released it approximately a year ago. Also working constantly on improvements, creating new features, functionalities, providing additional value to the customers. You'll start thinking how many pockets I got. So we've been developing this product together with one big leasing company. Because car theft, it's a big headache. And like a week ago, I read an article in Manchester last year, 25,000 vehicles were stolen. Out of 25,000 vehicles, we recovered 1.8%, which is about 450 cars. So imagine 24,500 vehicles were not recovered. How many money lose the insurance companies? Millions. You invest in a small solution, what's average price right now on the market, I suppose, like 40, 50 euros, which helps you to recover the vehicle, which cost 14, 16,000 euros. I suppose it's worth the investment. And they wanted you to tell you a few stories, because while creating solutions, we usually get consultations with our biggest partners. And I asked some companies, explain me how the vehicles are stolen. So as example, our Italian partner told us, usually the thieves are very well prepared. We come at night, and the first night, we come and do a small bump. Then goes away and sits in the car and waits, what's happening? Is police coming up? Is security coming up? If the owner will go out and check the vehicle? All well? Okay, we come the second night. We take your vehicle and pushes it 3-5 meters away to check if geofencing is, working. Is the GPS inside? If no reaction, we come third night, take your car, goodbye. But, for example, UK, we got a big manufacturer of heavyweight machinery, like forklifts and similar ones, which are used in construction sites. So the guys told, no, nobody comes at night, because you get suspicious if somebody runs the tractor in the middle of the night, in construction site. So how we do steal those tractors? So we come at the end of the work, like between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m., while site is not completely closed, then there might be some late works. So then we steal the tractor, go outside, and leave it somewhere like 1 kilometer away in the bushes. We cover it and leave it for a week. Because we know if the GPS tracker is inside, so after 2-3 days, somebody will come and pick it up. But if there's no GPS tracker inside, after a week, I'm safe to take it, and now it's gone. The furthest machinery found was stolen in UK and recovered in Nigeria. They found the tractor after like 17 days. So imagine in more than 2 weeks, it traveled from UK, where it was stolen, and started to send GPS tracking messages in Nigeria. So we create solutions that allow to use it as a sole device, a lone device. But with our big brother, Teltonika Telematics, we created another solution which allows to use our device as a backup solution. And we already placed a patent for this solution a year and a half ago, approximately. And in that case, if you got Teltonika telematics tracker inside of the vehicle, which is wired, it's connected to the relay, you can block ignition and so on. Smart thieves, we know where the relay are connected. So when we hijack the car, first thing we do, we go under the steering wheel and check all the cablings and look for the relay. Then by the cables, you can find the primary tracker, cut it away and throw it away. What happened next? Our device is securely connected to a primary device. That connection is hidden. So when thief scans the vehicle, it sees only primary device. This device is in sleep mode. When first device is hijacked, taken away, our solution verifies a few times over Bluetooth if primary device is responding. If it's not responding, this wakes up. We need a time gap, yes, but usually we use the scanner for 15-30 minutes. Afterwards, we just place it aside. Then the solution wakes up, starts streaming GPS position, and notifies you about the theft. So you got a high rate of recovery. And how I'm telling to everybody, one of my kids, in 2018, Arvidas Paukštys, the owner and the president of Teltonika IT Group, sit with few people within Teltonika and told, guys, we need to find new business verticals where we could expand. And speaking by the time with the owner of one car sharing company, he came back in 2018 from United States, where he saw Bird and Lime kick scooters. And he told, I want to make the same project here in Lithuania. Let's create a device which would allow to lock and lock kick scooters. Okay, so we launched the micromobility niche, and I invested the time, doing research and counting the return of investment, presenting it to our president. He approved it, and that's how our micromobility niche born within Teltonika Mobility. So we created a device for kick scooters. What's the next step? Mopeds. So we created a solution for mopeds 1 year after. And right now, we got a huge increase in manufacturing of electric bikes. So what's the first stage? Create a device which will serve electric bike market. So approximately like a month ago, I've been in Eurobike exhibition in Germany while visiting multiple OEMs of the bikes, powertrain manufacturers, food delivery companies and so on, which presented their solutions. We were discussing, how this device could help them. So there's like 3 main topics that everybody mentions. It's predictive maintenance, because while reading the CAN data from the ECU, you can get the battery data, you can get error codes from the ECU, same as for vehicles. As you know which parts breaks the most, you can manage your stock, you can anticipate while buying parts for your bikes. Then service, like food delivery, as example. Not only food delivery, let's imagine like postal services and so on. They need to be secure that the bikes, when we're leaving them on the street while delivering the food to the people, we need to lock and unlock those. So this solution allows also to control the units. I wanted to enter into the stage with the bike, but there's stairs. Yep. And B2C segment, especially, we are willing to have like anti-theft solution. So it's like a third purpose, of a solution, anti-theft. We spoke to not only the bike OEMs while creating this solution, but also to powertrain manufacturers, like big names like Bosch, Bafang, Brose, Actia, and others. So we asked their opinion, look, that's the idea, that's the device that we want to create. Will you approve it? Would such a solution will be useful for you? So all of them told 10% of our customers all the time are asking for device which will allow to control the bikes. So here it is. And speaking about some statistics that cycling industries are right now like announcing. So by 2020, there was approximately 1.7 million electric bikes imported into Germany and Netherlands. This number practically tripled last year. It was approximately 4.1 million electric bikes, which were imported in Europe. So I suppose this year the number is going to be nearly 7 million electric bikes. And cities are blocking petrol cars, petrol mopeds in the city centers because we want to be sustainable and we want their cities to be without air pollution. So what's the future? It's electric mobility, and micromobility is a part of that. Thank you.